So here we have the Renault Scenic on a 67 plate. I'm going to start off firstly by showing you around the outside of the car, and then we'll hop in and run through some of the controls on the inside of it. From the outside you can see it's a 5-door car with alloy wheels. We're going to start off inside the boot area of the vehicle first of all. As we approach the back of the car, you can see we have reversing sensors. It's a 7-seat vehicle, so you can see there one of the rear ones folded down to show you how much boot space you'll have with them both folded down, and one up to show you how much space you have as a 7-seater. You can fold the seats down using the buttons just here, and of course you can fold down that middle row of seats as well. Okay, so we're just going to work our way back around to the front of the car, and then as I mentioned, we'll hop in and run through some controls on the inside of it from there. Now that we've done a full circle though, you can see it's in excellent condition the whole way round. Just briefly before we climb in, I think it's well worth seeing the interior from this exterior point of view. There's plenty to run through on the dashboard, so let's hop in and we'll do that right now. Okay, now that we're inside the car, we're going to start with the dials. On the left-hand side, we have the coolant temperature gauge, we have the rev counter, the digital readout for the speedometer, and the total miles of the car, which are 74,249, all in that central section, and then the fuel gauge over on the right-hand side. This car's also got a heads-up display. A bit hard to see on camera there. You have your speedometer being projected out onto the road in front of you. Out on the steering wheel, we'll then have cruise control settings, phone controls as well, including voice activation for your phone. Of course, that is once you paired your phone up to the car, and that is done on the touchscreen just here. So you can access your home screen, which is the one we're on, at any time from here. You can adjust the volume of your stereo, you can turn the screen on and off from here as well. And once you're in the screen, you can then open up the various different menus. So for example, as you can see, satellite navigation, really nice big clear color display, really easy system to use. You can get into your audio options from here as well, so you'll be able to access, of course, your AM, FM and digital radio. You can also listen to your own music as well, and then again back to the home screen. At the bottom here you can open up your climate control menu, so you can adjust the fan speed up and down from here. You can determine where you'd like the air to be distributed once it enters the car. You can turn your air conditioning on or back off again. You can recirculate the air that's in the car. That's a great way of heating it up or cooling it down quickly, depending on the temperature you set in the car. You can also access your reversing camera from the gear lever, of course, but it will show up on the screen, along with a visual guide to the parking sensors. Just here is where you will adjust your passenger and driver temperatures for the car. You can put the whole system into auto if you wish to. The car will now take control of the fan speed, which you can hear it doing in the background. You can override that whenever you wish to. It's doing that to maintain the temperatures that you've asked for. We have a heated driver's seat. We've also got a heated passenger seat as well. We can turn off the stop and start from down here. This car also has autonomous parking, meaning following the instructions on screen, this car is able to park itself. It will take control of the steering for you, telling you what gear you need to be in, i.e. First or reverse, of course. Speaking of which, we have a 6-speed manual gearbox, as you can see, with an electronic handbrake, and down here is where you will set your cruise control on and off. The last thing I wanted to mention is the panoramic glass roof. So we have a sunblind that will open up to various different stages, or as I've just done, you can open it up all the way to the back. The glass itself is fixed in position, but as you can see, that lets in a huge amount of extra light to this cabin area. All that leaves me to say is thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you'd like to come and see the car for yourself and have a test drive, please feel free to give us a call here at West Horsley Motors. We'd love to hear from you soon. You can override that